What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Youth Experience Podcast, aka Yep. As always, I'm your host, Cooper Aker. Happy to be here with you guys. Now, I think every week I talk about how I'm excited to have my guests on, because I'm always excited to have someone new on the podcast. But no offense to anybody else that's been on the show, because if you've been on the show already, I just want you to know you have a special place in my heart because you're one of the first people that's been on the podcast. And it's because it's a new thing, and it's kind of scary to start something new, and I wanted it to go well. So when people wanted to come be on the show, I was like, oh, this is awesome, like I'm happy. All that being said, I think this is the most excited I've ever been to do an episode. I'm not gonna lie, and we'll get into it later, but my guest today, super special guest, is Henrietta. Is it Funk or Funk? It is Funk. I keep wanting to say Funk, because it sounds fun, but Henrietta Funk. Henrietta, thank you so much for being on the podcast.
I'm glad to be here.
I'm glad that you're glad to be here. I'm excited. So Henrietta you're our German foreign exchange student. Exactly. You're from Germany, and like when I heard that, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to talk to her. I bet she's so cool. And I was right. You're so cool. And like, you're so fun to talk to. And so before we get into anything too much, give the people an intro. Who are you? What do you like to do? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm Henrietta. I think you summed it up pretty well. I'm from Germany. I'm 18 years old and I'm staying here. I think I'm here for 8 months already or 7 months already.
That's so crazy.
I will leave in June probably. So yeah.
Tears.
I'm thinking.
We don't want you to leave.
I will cry.
You're gonna cry?
I don't know. Yes, like I will leave behind a new life.
I
built something up here, and now I'm just leaving again.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
What was that like? What was that process like? Of like, how did you know that you were gonna be the one that ended up like doing an exchange program? Like, how did that work?
So I always wanted to do something like this, but it's a huge step, It's financially pretty hard to achieve, and then you have to talk to your parents if they let you go somewhere like to a whole different place. And then I just applied for it, and then it worked out. I think amazing. I got my mail that I will come to Hillsborough on the train visiting my sister, and I was like,
no way.
Oh my gosh, I got my host family.
Like, I get to go. Yeah. That's crazy.
Exactly.
I will say, I'm super glad you got to come to the States and like be here for a year and like do all that. I'm a little sorry that you got put in Illinois. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's cool. Like, I'm glad that you got to be here. Like, a big portion of the country does look like this. Like, this is kind of like what most of America is. But like, I don't know if you're a city person or not. But if you are a city person, like, you could have been like, I could have been in LA or New York or like, Miami. Like, there's so many places I could have gone. But I'm in the town of 6,000 people in the middle of Illinois.
That's true, but I actually like it here. When I first heard, I'm like, my mom and I always made jokes like, you're coming to the Midwest probably.
Yeah.
This would be so fun. And then I saw that I would go to Illinois, and I was like, maybe it's not that bad. I mean, I could stay in LA and have a bad family, and then my experience would be worse than, I don't know. So here I have like friends, cool people, and I think this is like the real American life,
I would say that's probably
all
true.
The trucks.
Yeah. Oh, so many semis and 4x4s, and they're just
corn.
So much. Man, do we have corn?
Yeah.
We have so much corn.
And you can see so far, like.
Yeah. Like when the corn's down and you're like driving through, and it's just.
I like it.
You can literally point at something and be like, I'll be there in like 45 minutes.
Exactly.
And then you drive to get there. Like, that's a crazy thing.
And it still reminds me a little bit of where I come from.
Okay.
It's like rural East Germany around Berlin.
Okay.
And it's similar. We have a lot of. We don't have hills or something. Or
trucks.
Mountains.
A lot of trucks.
Yeah, maybe not trucks. Not like here. But It reminds me a lot, but you don't have enough lakes. That's what's
we need more lakes.
Yeah, and like more water around here.
Yeah, that's fair. Depending on where you live, it can be kind of a mission to find a good place. We have a lot of creeks. You know, so
cool.
So you know we're cool. That is true. So where you're from? How big is the town that you're from?
So we have 30,000 people in the town, but it's like I think it's like the second biggest city in Germany from the area.
Okay.
But it's not that big.
So it's like a lot. Like you have like a big area.
Yeah, but it's more like we have a lot of small towns that are like connected to a bigger town.
Yeah.
It's not like Berlin or I don't know what, Chicago, you know. It's not like a big city.
Yeah.
But like all the communities around it kind of count as areas of the city. I don't know why, but it's like a fun fact.
Yeah, very interesting. So like how far are you from Berlin?
If you take a car, probably 45 minutes, 50
Oh, that's
minutes.
not bad at all.
But if you take the train, you're like 50 minutes away from being in the center.
Like the middle of the city.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fair.
So you should always.
So the train is the way to go.
Everywhere.
Is it weird to you that like here, like the train is like non-existent? Like is that weird to you?
Yeah, I mean, even all public transportations, you don't really have that.
No,
you always
buses. We don't really have buses. We don't have trains. We don't really.
Yeah, you always take your car. You don't even walk here. Like
no.
You normally. I think it's sometimes dangerous to walk around.
Around here, yeah, we're a super dangerous city here in Hillsborough. So.
So like in Germany, on Sunday.
Yeah.
I would always do like the typical German Sunday walk. Down to the lake.
Wait, yeah. Tell me about that. What is a typical German Sunday walk? What do you do?
So you eat before that. You eat a huge breakfast with your whole family.
Okay.
Then you chill a little bit, watch some soccer probably, and then towards the afternoon you go on a walk with your whole family. Okay. You don't have to talk. You can listen to music the whole time. Okay. And then you maybe get a coffee or tea. Ice cream, and then you just walk, you know.
That sounds wonderful. I'm not gonna lie. That sounds really awesome. I think the only time I really go for a walk is if I'm taking my little four-legged friend, my little dog, for a walk.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So you eat big breakfast? Is that like staple? Like you have to eat a big breakfast?
Yeah, kind of. Like every family member is sitting on the at the table, and we all just eat breakfast, but it's not like American breakfast.
I was just gonna say, so like if you were to describe the perfect Sunday morning breakfast, like what is on the table? What are you drinking? Like what's happening?
Drinking probably pretty similar: orange juice, coffee, tea. Okay. It's like the go-tos, or like any other juice. Yeah. And then we have this thing. It's not like bread. It's just different. It's like. It's similar to white bread, but like more in a, like it's a little bread and you cut it open and then you put like sausage on it or Nutella or I don't know what else, jam, and then you just eat it, and then a lot of fruits and vegetables and eggs. Eggs are important too, and like boiled eggs, and then you
boil just like hard boiled eggs, and then you
cut them open.
Yeah. Yeah. You put like the paprika on them and stuff, like the deviled eggs. Is that what? Okay. Yeah. I used to hate those when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah, I hated them. I think there was something weird for me about seeing like a whole egg just like sitting there. Like I thought that was weird when I was little, and then I tried it and I was like, oh, this is actually.
Yeah,
it's actually
I
really
understand.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On good days like Easter morning, we even get caviar. Like
caviar?
Yeah.
You have caviar for breakfast?
Yeah. And then you put it sometimes in your egg.
So you take your egg, you put some caviar on it.
It's really good. Trust me.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Like the red.
I've never even tasted I don't know what it tastes like.
Really?
I've never tasted caviar.
Do you like fish?
Yeah.
Then you would probably like it.
Like fish in what way? Like raw fish or like Do I like salmon? Like, I like salmon.
Yeah, I don't know, like the typical smell of fish. And then, I don't know, like, if you like fish, you would probably like it.
Okay.
I don't know. Like, my sister, she doesn't like fish that much, but I think she would try caviar.
It's like their little eggs, right?
Yeah.
Like the little fish eggs or whatever they're called.
You shouldn't think about it.
You have to like forget about what it is. It's really good if you just don't think about what you're eating.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's fair. Okay, I get that. All right, so that's breakfast. That's like a good breakfast.
That's good.
Okay.
And then you can start your day.
I feel like I would need a nap to start my day if I just ate all that.
My mom always.
Is that why you do the walk, or do you eat then take the nap then go for the walk?
It depends. Sometimes we go right after breakfast, so it's like, I don't know. I think it's good for your digestive system. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then you go take a nap.
All right.
After the walk.
Love it.
That's perfect Sunday.
That sounds great. Wow. I feel like, so like when you're done with that, is your day pretty much like done? Like when that's over, or do you have like half your day or like?
No, it's pretty much over. Like you just chill. Like Sundays aren't supposed to be exciting, you know?
It's like you're chill. Okay.
You can't buy anything in the city on Sundays. Like everything is closed.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like it's different. I think here you could go to Walmart right now, right?
Yeah. You could do pretty much anything today.
Sundays, you're supposed to be home or go on a walk.
Wow.
Some sport, maybe.
That's really interesting because, like, I think about, like, America considers itself, like, I would say most people consider it a Christian nation, you know? Like, people say, like, there's a lot of Christians here in America. And Sunday, for many people, is supposed to be your Sabbath. It's supposed to be like your day of rest, the day you don't do anything. Sounds like you guys have that figured out. And I don't think we have that figured out. Sounds like you guys are good at that. Yeah. I could go for a big breakfast, a walk, and a nap. That sounds like a great Sunday to me.
Perfect Sunday, yeah.
That is a perfect Sunday. Watch some soccer, watch some Formula One.
Yeah.
Watch some racing. Exactly. I was really happy that you told me that you like Formula One.
Yeah.
I do watch it a little bit. It's it's so entertaining. Like they race in the coolest places.
Yeah, I'm excited for the new race in Miami. So, and it doesn't mean I have to stay up late in Germany because I'm here when they're racing.
Oh, that you were going to be here so when they race in Miami?
I think it's in May or something.
Oh, okay. What is the time difference between like where you live and here?
Currently it's 6 hours, but I think they didn't change the clocks yet.
Okay.
So, but it's normally 7 hours.
Okay, 7 hours. So when I go to bed at 10 p.m., you're like
probably wake up.
About to wake up, get your day started. That's so crazy to me.
Yeah, it is. I mean, when I come out of school, like at 3 p.m. and I have something I want to tell my mom, I always have to check the time. Is she awake?
She's like in the middle of a dream.
Yeah.
It's 3 a.m. That's weird. So are you still like keeping in touch with a lot of people from back home, or? I
try my best. I mean, I just talked to my mom actually today. Yeah. But
you tell her you were going to be on a podcast?
Yeah, I told her.
What'd she say? Was she excited?
She was excited.
Yeah.
I think she was nervous too.
She was nervous for you?
She wasn't sure if I speak English good enough to be on a podcast.
Your English is so good. You have zero things to worry about when it comes to your English.
Thanks.
You're doing great.
And I think she wants a shout out.
Oh, she wants a shout out?
Yeah. So shout out to my mom and my sister and her girlfriend.
What's going on, everybody? Shout out to the Funks. We're super excited that you guys are watching or listening. So if you're watching, this is what I look like. Hello. I'm the one that keeps her busy Wednesday nights, and we have lots of good conversations. And on Sundays, yeah. I think we're going to start doing big Sunday breakfasts and stuff like that now because I'm really into that idea. So
it's the best.
It sounds great. I know here, I think brunch is like a lot more of a thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, you go to church in the morning and then you meet with your family and you get like a big early lunch kind of thing. Even then though, a nap.
I think that really depends on the family you're in. Like my family wakes up at 9 or 10 sometimes. So it's more like a brunch.
That would be
but
nice.
Other families, 7 a.m.
7 a.m.
Breakfast.
Yeah. That's wild. I couldn't imagine getting up at 7 a.m. and not having to go to church on Sunday. Like, I felt like if I have to get up early on Sunday, there's one reason that I'm waking up early on Sunday. But if there's a good enough breakfast waiting for me,
then
I'm probably going to get up. If I wake up to the smell of bacon, you know, like that when you like wake up and there's like something in the skillet and it just smells and you're like, your eyes open and you're just ready. I'm like, yes, it's going to be a good day.
No, that was my biggest, I think, difference. Waking up on Sunday and go to church with my host family. Because I've never went to church before on Sundays. Yeah. And now it's like part of my day. Not today because...
That's okay. There was Formula 1 race and everything going on. That's okay. We understand.
But probably, I hope next week, maybe.
Yeah. Who knows? I'll see you there if you're there. Yeah, and you have a cool host family.
That's
like
true.
Your host family's really cool.
Them.
You've been enjoying like being with them?
I think it's the best fit. I mean, they like soccer, which is not really well known in America. I think.
It's very true.
And so I'm lucky. I'm really lucky.
Yeah, it's really soccer in America, I feel like, is kind of like a secondary sport.
Yeah.
Like in America, you have basketball, baseball, football. Those are kind of the big ones. Yeah. Maybe like ice hockey, depending on where you are. Yeah. Like if you're up north, like hockey is life. So, but yeah, soccer is like that sport. It's like lacrosse. Like lacrosse in America has like, it's kind of a thing, but it's not super popular. But yeah, I feel like it's kind of on its way up right now, though. I think soccer is kind of like gaining popularity slowly.
Yeah, there are a lot of Americans who play in the top leagues in Europe. So I think they become well known here too. So
what's that? I can't think of the guy's name he's like a phenom right now. He's like
Pulisic.
Yeah. Christian Polsniak? Is that what it is?
I call him Pulisic.
Whatever it is. Pulisic. That dude's like crazy good.
Yeah. I played for my favorite team. Let's say it that
Who
way.
was it? Who is it?
He played before that. He played for this German team, Dortmund. Mark is a big fan. And it's the biggest rival of
So did you guys
Munich.
hate each other right off the bat? You're like, this Mark kid's not okay. Like this kid.
My present for him, when my gift from Germany was like a big cup of a coffee cup.
Oh, yeah.
From the team. And it was hard for me to buy it. Really.
You were like...
I can't touch it.
Can you gift wrap that now so I don't have to touch it?
I think my mom did it.
That's so funny. So what's your team?
Munich.
Okay.
From South Germany. It's pretty good.
Yeah, you're pretty good. Are you guys like the best team in the league?
Yeah, I think if we win this year again, it's the 10th in a row.
Okay.
And before that, we won like 30. So
must be nice.
It's a little bit like the Patriots, the last.
Oh,
years.
Okay.
Not anymore, but and they hate it,
Yeah.
If they're too good.
Well, yeah. If you're good, nobody likes you.
Exactly.
That's just the way it goes.
But I grew up with them, so it's not like I'm just.
You're not a bandwagon.
Exactly. Yeah. No.
That's a big thing here. Is that a big thing in Germany? To be a bandwagon fan?
Football is becoming more famous in Germany. I think we even have a game in Germany. I think Buccaneers, Seahawks maybe in Munich.
Oh, really?
I think so. Next season, and then the seasons after that. So it's becoming a big deal, and I think everyone is a fan of Tom Brady.
Everyone's a fan of Tom Brady?
So it switched from Patriots to Buccaneers.
Oh.
So yeah.
Wow, everybody in Germany is a Buccaneers fan now, huh?
Yeah, or Seahawks. I think Seahawks is a big
because they're gonna play there. Was that like a big part of it, or were they already Seahawks fans?
I think already Seahawks. I don't know. It's the Germans like the Seahawks.
Huh?
I don't know why.
That makes me a little upset because I'm a Rams fan, and the Seahawks and the Rams are they're not friends. That's crazy. So you've been here for what was it, like 8 months? Something like that?
Yeah, 7.5. I don't know.
That's so crazy. We got here almost at the same time.
That's true. I always forget about it.
I think I got here, I might have gotten here like 2 weeks or a month before you showed up.
It's true.
So I've known you for pretty much as long as I've lived here. Life without you here is gonna be weird. I'm gonna be like this. Henrietta's supposed to be here. What's happening? she's one of my people.
That's funny.
What so like in your 8 months or 7.5, whatever it was.
Yeah.
What are like? Have there been any things that you noticed about just like culture here that you're like, man, this is so different than like where I grow up?
I mean, we talked about the whole driving thing.
Yeah, the driving thing.
Everywhere. That's definitely different. Food-wise, you don't really have like real restaurants, you know?
No, it's just fast food.
It's always fast food.
It's all trash.
Yeah, I mean, I like it.
I mean, it tastes good, but it's trash. Yeah, it's
true. Maybe how you view school is different. We don't have school sports in Germany.
Oh, really?
So we always have to go to clubs and do our sports.
Oh, okay.
And I really enjoy school sports here. It's so nice to do sport every day. You know, with soccer currently, everyday soccer practice. It's the best.
And it's with like the people that you go to school with. So it's like with your friends.
Yeah.
For the most part. Maybe there's people on the team
you don't like. I
really enjoy
that.
But...
And it's just like you're more in your school. Yeah, like you support your school more here because you're going to a football game. Of course, you support your school team.
Yeah.
So you have like a better relationship to your school. And in Germany, it's just we study there and then we leave again, you know, and then we do other stuff.
Do you guys do like we have, you know, basically 9 months of school and then you get like 3 months off? Do you guys, is school similar in Germany or is your schedule different?
I think you call it year-round school, what we do in Germany. So we start the same time, I think, like September, August, something. I think September. And then you have a lot of breaks in autumn. Then during Christmas, winter break in February, and then Easter break. But we just have 6 weeks of summer break.
Okay.
But,
so you get like a couple more like
smaller,
like 2 week breaks.
Like
you're a week
2
breaker.
weeks here, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. That's not bad.
I like that.
Do you well, I guess you haven't really done like a summer break here.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, I think it would be cool like having 12 weeks of summer break.
Yeah.
But I want to go to school after 5 weeks in Germany again because it's so boring. So I can't imagine what it would be like to have 12 weeks. But I think a lot of people here work during summer break too. And that's, some Germans do it, like students, but most of them just chill and go on vacation. So we don't work we don't really work during school or breaks.
Yeah, here it's like
everyone.
You got to figure out what you want to do during your breaks because you got to fill that time with something. So yeah, it's like vacation. A lot of kids work, or summer sports is a big thing here too. Like summer basketball, summer baseball, like all these extra little club things. But that's where. What's like a popular vacation spot for students in Germany? Where are you going?
Probably this little Spanish island called Mallorca.
Okay.
It's like, some Germans call it like the 17th state of Germany.
Because so many Germans go there?
Yeah, it's really bad.
Really?
And it's mostly like I think the main city there is mostly like partying for the more like students.
Okay.
For the like university students. And going further to the, I don't know, west or east, I don't know. It's more family vacation.
Oh,
so that's I think definitely Spain or Italy.
Interesting. Spain or Italy? I've always wanted to go to Italy.
Yeah.
Is that as pretty as I think that it's going to be?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I think I've never visited Italy before.
Okay. Yeah, I know. So like Alana, my wife, and I, we really want to go to like Greece. And we really want to go to I want to go see like Rome and like all the old, those like old cities and stuff like that. But I think Greece is like number one. I want to go there so
Greece
bad.
Is great, yeah.
Have you been there?
I was on Crete? Is the island?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Crete. Yeah, that was cool.
I bet it was so pretty.
Yeah, it's like you imagine it, you know.
Right. It's like a movie. Like,
do you know Mamma Mia, the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like this.
Oh.
You know? It's just great.
It just seems so awesome.
Yeah.
I would spend all my money there, but I would do it.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty cool to be in Europe,
Yeah.
and then just travel a little bit, and then you're in a whole different country and culture.
Right.
It's pretty. I like that.
Man, yeah, that's let me teach you something.
Okay.
When you grow up in the Midwest, it is like pretty rare to grow up like going a lot of different places. Like a lot of kids don't really leave. So like instead of going on these big vacations where like instead of going to an island or doing something like that, like a lot of us, it's like, oh, we're going to drive to Kansas City, you know, it's like 6 hours away. You drive over there, you spend 4 or 5 days, and then you come back. That's kind of like, or like, I guess a big one is Disney, you know, like you go down to Florida, you go to Disney, you know, you come back. So I had never been on a plane until I was 20 years old. And so luckily it was because I started dating Alana, and she was going to college in Orlando. So she was going to college in Florida, and I wasn't going to drive 15 hours to see her. I was like, I will buy a plane ticket and I will go down there. So that was how I did that. And then I got to go to the Dominican. So that was my first time that I had ever seen the ocean.
Oh, really?
So I hadn't seen the ocean until college.
That's
and then we went to Cancun last summer, which was really cool because like the water is like so clear and like it's so pretty. But like I always wondered what it was like to live in places where like going on vacation is normal, because like I didn't really go on vacation. We went to the water park that my family owned, so it was not you know, like it was not, we didn't do fun stuff.
I mean, some people, I think one guy in my school told me that he never left Illinois as a state.
Yeah.
Maybe St. Louis.
Maybe to go to I was just gonna say maybe to go to St. Louis.
Yeah, but that doesn't really count.
No, it really doesn't. No, it's basically Illinois.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So
isn't it weird?
Yeah, I mean, I think some of my friends never been on a plane before either.
Yeah.
But it's like you drive probably a few hours, and then, like I said, you're in a new country, so you don't really have to use the plane as often as here. Like just going to a different place in your country.
That's huge. Like we have so much, like to go from like the top corner on this side to the bottom corner on this side. It's like a 40-hour drive. So it's like,
and then I would be on a new continent probably.
Yeah, literally. You're like, oh, I'm in Asia now. Like I'm over. This is just for my own curiosity. I'm just curious about this. Does it get like old when like any German in an American movie is like the bad guy? Like are you over that? Like do you like when you watch that, are you like, yeah, of course, is this some German guy is the bad guy?
I mean, due to our history, I agree why it's an easy choice.
Sure, yeah. If it's like
our language is also pretty hard, so
yeah,
it makes it easy to be a villain.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I agree sometimes.
Yeah.
They're good actors, so
yeah. I mean. And his name's always Hans, and he always has a scar.
Yeah,
like there's always
about the Bond villain.
Yeah, there's the Bond villain. There's Die Hard. Like the Die Hard villain is a German. Like all that kind of stuff.
He's actually from Austria, so he's not even German.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Well, there you go.
And not everyone is named Hans.
Yeah. Isn't it weird? It's like the only name I've ever heard of a German guy in a movie is just like always Hans.
Yeah.
Why is it always Hans? Why that name?
Maybe because of these like fairy tales, the Grimms. Do you know the?
Oh yeah.
It's always Hans in them too. So.
Huh.
But like Hans, all people named Hans are probably really old right now.
Nobody's named Hans anymore. Like it's like that name's over.
We have a lot of American names in Germany too, like Ryan or I don't know, Bella. One of my friends, Bella. So we're pretty.
That's fair.
Western.
Yeah. We're pretty Western. We're pretty progressive, guys. We're pretty cool. That's crazy. So, as someone who is only here for a year, are you coming back for college? Are you going to try to come to college back in the States, or are you going to go?
It's really expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay.
Maybe graduate school.
Okay.
Like just for my master's.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe not.
That's fair. Do you feel like since the day you got here to now, like, I'm sure you already had a pretty decent grasp of English, but like, you feel like it's gotten better?
I hope so.
Since you've been here?
I think so, yeah. I understand everything.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. But sometimes it's hard to speak in a different time.
Like
past or
like past tense.
Past tense, right? Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah.
And my writing, I think my writing really improved.
Yeah.
Because I also take a pretty hard English class in school.
Yeah.
And my essays, they're really
killing
good.
it. Yeah, you're doing really good. There you go. Yeah, English is crazy to me. I'm glad that I grew up learning this as a first language. Because like I think about all the people that try to learn English, and it's like there's so many different uses for the same word, or like there's so many phrases that don't sound like what they actually mean, and like there's so much slang. Like it's.
But would you wish to learn a second language earlier in your life?
Oh yeah. I wish I could have learned like. I think Spanish probably would have been one that would have been really useful to learn like as a younger kid. Yeah. And I don't know, you take Spanish classes when you go to like junior high and high school here, but like it's basically the same thing every time. You don't really like, you would have to be super serious and like do more work outside of school to really like learn the language.
Yeah, I mean like the only language we learned from an early age is English.
Yeah.
And then we had in 7th grade French. And
French, yeah.
I can't speak French.
No.
I could introduce myself. I could say my age, but I could just say I'm 13 years old, because that's when I learned what to say, how old I am. And yeah, I might get a baguette somewhere, like or croissant.
Yeah. Okay. I see. Yeah. That's fair. One of my friends that I went to college with, he grew up in California, but he went to a French like primary school.
Okay.
So like he grew up, they would teach classes in French like at this school in California. So then we got to Greenville, which is I went to college in Greenville, and he's fluent in French, which I didn't know. So like one day we are walking down the hallway. And there are these Haitian kids, and like a big part of the population speaks French there, so or like some form of like kind of French. And so we're walking on the hallway, and he hears them talking to someone on the phone in French, and he just like pops something off in French, and I'm like, where did that come from? And he's like, oh yeah, I'm fluent in French. I'm like,
I did something similar when we went over Christmas break to Washington D.C.
Yeah.
I heard some Germans I think it was the African American History Museum, and they talked German, and I was like, in German, hey, what's up? How are you doing? And they looked at me like, what? We can't believe that you did that. And
what does that sound like in German?
Hi, wie geht's euch? And then, they
That's
just
awesome.
answered, and we're like totally shocked.
Yeah. Isn't it cool how like it seems like here, because so many people do just speak English, like if you find people that speak a different language, they'll get so pumped that like you know how to talk to them.
That's true. And like every time Germany gets mentioned in any way, I'm like, this is my country. I'm so patriotic now.
That's us.
Or like in movies, when they talk German, I'm like, I understand this.
You're like, I don't need the subtitles. I know what's happening.
Exactly. In the new season of the Formula 1 Netflix show, they speak German pretty often, and I'm like, I don't need the subtitles.
You're like, turn them off. I'll tell you what's happening.
That's pretty cool.
That is cool. I really wish I knew another language. Maybe we'll just have to Zoom when you're back in Germany, and you can just teach me.
Yeah, I will
me
give
German.
You what books I have to read in German.
Amazing. And then I'll just
read them
pretend like I know what's happening, I guess. Yeah. Be super lost the whole time. I'll be like, I'm going to be honest. I just stared at the first page for like 45 minutes and then I quit.
But like here in Illinois, there's a big German influence, I think, because a lot of names here are German. So that's pretty funny. Like all the last names, not all the last names, but most of the last names here are German. So that's funny. Like one guy, his name is literally Bird.
Bird?
German. Yeah.
Which is what?
Vogel.
Huh. That's interesting. That's true. I guess I see what you're saying. I played one of the high schools we played against, because I went to Auburn. I don't know if you've played them, but we played New Berlin. That was one of we played New Berlin. That was one of the towns that we played against. Have you been to Germantown?
Not yet.
There's literally a town like 45 minutes south of here called, it's literally just called Germantown.
Just take a picture with the
sign, You're like, I was only here for 1 year, but they named the town after me.
Yeah.
It's small enough, flex. Nobody will know what you're talking about. What a flex. They named a city after me. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
Wow. And a genre of music. Funk, Yeah. Like,
let's
forget that it was 60 years ago. That's not what it's about.
I had to go to the doctor one day, and my host mom, they had to write my name, so she was like, it's like funk, like Uptown Funk, And then no.
Like the Bruno Mars song, and they're like, oh yeah, okay, F-U-N-K, perfect. Yeah. That's fair. Is Funk, is it a common last name in Germany, or are you like the only person that you know that has? Because like in America, you run into like 900 people with the last name Johnson. It's like.
No, it's not that popular. Like it's in my area. I think it's just my family. I mean, there are some, I think, but I think here are more Funks in the U.S.
Yeah.
So.
There was a family at my home church that their last name was Funk.
Really?
F-U-N-K, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's funny. I think,
Really
if you go through the Wikipedia entry of Hillsborough, you find some Funks.
Yeah?
And that's, probably...
Really?
Yeah, some relatives of mine probably.
That's crazy. Yeah, just like immigrated over and ended up in Illinois. Wild. They were like, this place looks nice. Hillsborough, Illinois. That's where I want to live forever. Lily's back here like, why? Jeez, why would you do that to yourself? All you have to do is keep going for another hour and you're in St. Louis. What are you doing? Yeah, that's so true. I think my family heritage, I want to say it's like mostly like Dutch, German. I think that's kind of what most of my family is. Maybe that's why I have the blonde hair still.
And the
it just never changed. And the red beard, Yeah,
you could be. You would fit in.
Could I? I was gonna say, if I came back with you would people be like, "Oh yeah, this guy's."
Yeah, if you have good German and then you just say, "Hi, was geht?" then you're a German.
People would be like, "Oh, this guy."
Yeah, he's a native.
Here. He's from here. He's big and blonde with a beard. This guy's probably from here.
You're tall. Yeah.
Yeah. Are there a lot of? Is Germany like a pretty tall place? Like, are there a lot of tall people?
So yeah.
Interesting.
Tall people.
I
mean, we have one good basketball player in the NBA, Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah, true. Well, he's good. 7 foot in the Hall of Fame. Got a statue outside the building now, so he's a pretty big deal.
German.
I know, right? I'm trying to think of other guys, but I don't know if.
Isn't there Dennis Schroeder?
Dennis Schroeder, yeah, you're right. Yeah, Dennis Schroeder is German. I think he's German.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's German. But yeah, like...
That's it.
Yeah, there's... Not that I can... No, yeah, I don't really think that. Hey, you know what? I'll use Google. We'll use our source.
Isn't it like Moritz Wagner?
Yep, you're right. Yep, Moritz Wagner is in there. Daniel Tice, apparently.
Oh, yeah. I remember him.
Isaac Bonga.
But I'm not that huge into basketball.
Isaiah Hartenstein. There you go.
Hartenstein, yeah.
There's Moritz Wagner, yeah. Detlef Schrempf. That sounds like a super German name.
That sounds really German.
Just the name.
I mean, Dirk.
Yeah.
It is very German.
Nowitzki. Bro, yeah. But what a good, like, if there was ever going to be, like, a famous German NBA player, might as well be one of the best ever to play. I mean, like,
Yeah, that's true.
He's one of the best, you know?
Like, if they make the jump into the NBA, they're pretty good.
Yeah. Well, the German basketball league's pretty good. Like, it's a pretty...
It's okay.
It's not terrible. There's some pretty awful professional basketball leagues in Europe. And I don't think Germany is one of them.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I went to some basketball games of the team in Berlin. Yeah. And they're pretty valid, yeah. They're good. Yeah,
you got like Germany, France, Spain. Yeah, that's kind of Spain's the really good one.
And like Croatia, I think. Yeah. They're really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what is it? Is it called EuroLeague? Is that like the
I think so.
I think that's like the big, like really good league, but that's where like Luka Doncic, like he played there for a little bit. It's like international Europe. Yeah. That's a really good league.
It is, yeah. Pretty tall.
They're pretty huge, I'm going to be honest. I can't believe we just did all that to figure out what NBA players went to Germany. I'm sorry. Or grew up in Germany. Went to Germany like it's a high school.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right, well, I do have some questions I want to ask you. Okay. These are kind of get to know you questions. Okay. I'm not gonna make you do trivia because I feel like
I wanted to do trivia.
I was gonna do trivia questions, but then I had so many that I was like, I don't know if these are just like what's that?
You might underestimate me.
Maybe I am underestimating you. Do you want me to look some? I can find some right now. All right, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna find some trivia questions.
But now it could be really embarrassing for me.
Yeah, it's okay. We're gonna. You know what? It's gonna be okay.
You can cut it out.
No. You asked for this. I'm not cutting it out. All right, let's see.
I'm not looking at your screen, okay?
The power. Okay, yeah, I got you. I'm just going to ask you some questions as we go. I feel like there were a lot of questions that are like American culture questions, and those are the ones that I didn't want, because I was like, I don't want to ask her because, you know, I don't want to be like, everyone should know this, you know, because you didn't grow up here, so I'm not going to.
But it's like, I do the same with Europe questions, you know, like, where's this country? And then some Americans don't know, and I'm like, you have to know this. It's like common knowledge.
You're like, it's right next to me. How do you not know what that is?
Like, some people really ask me, not stupid questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could say it that way. Like, they think Germany is in the UK, or we drive on the left side of the road. Something like that.
That's fair. All right. All right, here's one. Here's a good one. Let's see if you know this one. This is kind of an American culture one, but it might be a thing where you're from too, so I'm going to ask anyone. What household item is sometimes thrown over trees on Halloween by kids pulling pranks?
Toilet paper.
Yeah, okay. All right. You said that super confidently, so I'm going to...
Yeah, I've watched a lot of American movies when I
You've seen them doing it enough that you're like, yeah, I got this.
And like toothpaste.
Yeah.
We do that.
All right. Do you watch a lot of movies?
Yeah. Like mostly American movies.
Do you like superhero movies?
A little bit.
Oh, okay. I won't ask you that one then.
Maybe.
That's fair. Can you name 3 popular plays written by William Shakespeare?
Okay, that's hard. Julia and Romeo and Juliet.
Oh yeah, Romeo and Juliet. Yep.
I could tell you in German.
You could tell me in German?
I think so. Wait. Shoot, that's embarrassing. I think I can.
Yeah, I can tell you. I'll tell you 2 more, okay?
Okay.
So Hamlet.
Yeah.
One.
That's the easy one, yeah.
Can you name another one, Lily?
No. Ready.
Oh, yeah, you were about to.
Hamlet.
And the other one would be like Macbeth.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are some.
I'm glad I came up with Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
At least one.
Are you familiar with like if I say I went to an Ivy League school, do you know what I'm talking about?
A little bit, yeah.
Can you name 2 Ivy League colleges in America?
Yeah. Ivy League, Yale.
Yeah.
Princeton.
Yeah.
Princeton, yeah.
Princeton, yeah.
Yeah.
Harvard's another one, or
Yeah,
like Brown. Yeah,
Brown,
yeah.
Isn't like Columbia isn't. No.
I think Pepperdine
Isn't like
is Ivy League.
UPenn.
Yeah, UPenn I think is.
Stanford?
I don't think Stanford's Ivy League.
No.
No. But they are pretty well known for having a lot of smart people there. All right. That was pretty good.
Okay.
That was nicely done. You're doing good. All right. What is the proper name for table salt?
Natrium? It's German, right? Shoot. Table salt?
Mm-hmm. Like if you look on like a back of a you know how like nutrition facts will be on?
Sodium?
Yeah.
Sodium.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think sodium chloride is technically like the full thing, but sodium is
so-
kind of like basically salt.
Okay, good.
That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure.
I failed chemistry.
Chemistry was tough. Did you have to take the table test, like the periodic table quiz?
You know, like doing these calculations. I was really bad.
Do you know the name of Thor's hammer?
Jonathan?
It's from Did you say that because of the Paul Rudd thing where he's like, Jonathan?
I think it's Jonathan.
I'm gonna count that as the right answer because that was a wonderfully crafted response. Wow, that's impressive. It's Mjolnir.
Yeah, I wouldn't guess
But
it.
Jonathan is probably a better answer.
I think Jonathan is pretty good.
That video is hilarious where everyone's like they're trying to pronounce it and he's like Jonathan? Such a Paul Rudd thing to do.
I love Paul Rudd. I think I've watched it so many times.
Paul Rudd's awesome.
So
do you have like a favorite like popular like a German actor that's like popular in like American movies?
We don't really have.
Or I guess someone with a super German name that maybe is. I think I guess he does soundtracks. He's not really an actor.
Oh, the
Hans Zimmer.
Yeah.
Of course his name's Hans. Of course it is. Of course it is, Henrietta.
It's all coming back, you know.
It's all full circle.
I don't think so. I like this guy. His name is Daniel Brühl. He plays in this one Formula 1 movie.
Amazing.
This one guy, I think, next to Chris Hemsworth.
Okay.
I think he might be famous here too.
Nice. All right. This is a fun one.
Okay.
This is one that I know, but I only know the answer to this because my history teacher in 8th grade used to give us all these random facts, and this is one that just stuck with me. What obscure thing did ancient Romans use to dye their hair?
Huh.
You're gonna be shocked if you don't know the answer to this.
Huh, do you know?
I can think like maybe like a...
Like what color?
I think they just used... Well, they would use dyes, but like this is like the main like thing that they used to put dye in.
Some type of plant.
But what plant do they have in ancient Rome?
I'll give you... It's not a plant.
It's probably some clay or something.
They used to like dye their hair, like they use as a tool to do it?
No, like the material that they would use as like their main ingredient to dye their hair?
I don't know. I'm. Do you know the red clay you use for bricks or something?
Yeah.
I don't know, but it wouldn't be funny. You know, I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Bird poop.
I thought about poop,
Did you really?
but I didn't want to say it because it was like very not.
That would have been amazing if you were like, I don't know, poop, and I'd have been like, yeah.
I was
Johnson.
thinking some sort of like substance. I was gonna say mud maybe, but
Yeah.
Isn't that insane? Could you imagine being like, thank you, and then just like rubbing it through your hair, you know?
it's
Like,
like I mean that sounds like acidic, isn't it? Like pigeon.
probably.
It's like because it can like burn holes in your car and stuff.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
We read an article about it.
Those people back then were wild, so who knows what they were
But
doing.
they were smart.
Probably true.
They were smart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Maybe it's good for your hair.
maybe.
Maybe it's
You
more
should
fancy.
try it. Let me know how it goes.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right, here's another one. What temperature does water start to boil at?
Can I say it in?
And you can say it in Celsius.
Okay, 100.
Yeah, 100 degrees Celsius. Yeah.
It's easy. I couldn't tell you in Fahrenheit.
I don't think I could tell you in Fahrenheit.
Really wait.
It's how much easier is it to just say 100 degrees Celsius?
And when does it freeze? Zero.
Zero. 100 and 0. Meanwhile,
It's so different.
Meanwhile, we're like 32.6 degrees Fahrenheit is when it freezes, and I'm like, this is terrible. Why are we doing this?
I'm just start learning in Celsius and not going back. Like,
Yeah, that's what
I'm revolting.
I'm revolting. I'm
our
done.
Alexa here in my host family's home is in Celsius. So they always think it's like really cold outside, and I'm like, "Whew, t-shirt weather."
That's how so Alana, you know, she lived in Florida, and like then she lived in Kentucky, so she's lived in the like warm weather places. And there was like 3 or 4 years ago, there was a polar vortex, okay, and it came through. And here in Illinois, the day that I went to fly to see Alana in Orlando, it was negative 31 degrees outside. Okay. I have on like my winter coat, and I have on pants and like a stocking cap and all this, you know, because I'm like, it's freezing. I land in Orlando. It is 65 degrees, sunny. So like my coat's already off. I'm like feeling good. The people in Florida that are getting on planes have on stocking caps and winter coats, and I got mad. Like I was like, you have no idea what cold weather is if you have a coat on right now.
Oh, that's Florida.
65 degrees. They're so spoiled.
Yeah.
You guys don't even have winter. If it hits like 50 degrees, everybody there panics. Like they're like, oh, is this what the ice age is gonna feel like? I'm like, you don't even know what snow is. Relax. I'm really passionate about this.
I made some people believe here that this was my first time seeing snow.
You said that to me.
Oh.
Yeah. No. Yeah. That's fair. Yeah. You got me. You did get me with that one. I don't know what the weather climate is like in Germany. I mean, I know that in parts of Germany, obviously it snows and stuff, but
Yeah.
I didn't know if...
Our country is so huge. We have different climate.
Yeah. It's not like America, where in the south it's summer all the time,
Yeah.
and in the north it's winter all the time. Yeah, that was a bad move on my part.
But I feel bad now. I feel really bad.
Well, like, I should have known better, because I love history, and if you think about, like, Battle of the Bulge and, like, all this stuff that happened around Germany, and it was so cold. People were dying of it being cold outside. And I'm like, wow, you've never seen snow before? Yeah, that was stupid. I was being stupid. It's fine. Everything's fine. All right. Let's ask another question. How tall is a basketball hoop?
I can tell you in meters.
All right.
Wait.
All right.
I'm 1 meter and 75 centimeters tall. 345.
It's pretty close. So it's It's 3.05 meters or 10 feet.
Yeah, that's good. 10 feet. Okay.
Yours was like 11 feet and like 4 inches. So yours it wasn't that you weren't that far off.
That's good.
That's a pretty good answer.
Yeah. I think I actually learned this here because we had basketball as a unit in PE, so we had to know the height of a basketball hoop.
Okay. In which studio did the Beatles record most of their songs? It's really popular. It was the name of one of their albums. Wait a minute. Was it the name of one of their albums?
Abbey Road.
Yeah. Yeah, it is Abbey Road. Yeah.
My music teacher in Germany, she's proud of me now.
She's proud of you right now? What's her name?
Frau Schubach.
Well, you can be proud of Henrietta now. I'm not going to butcher her name. I would feel terrible.
Podcast. Yeah.
You what?
I will send her the podcast.
You should, yeah. Just that one clip of you getting that answer, right? Yeah.
Isn't it like the studio where they walk over the...
Yes.
Yeah, okay,
yep.
Good.
That is. You're right. You got it. You were really nervous about that one. I was wondering why you looked so like stressed out about trying to answer that one.
Yeah, because I mean, it's obvious, but still... I don't know, it's...
Yeah.
You could get it wrong. The possibility is there.
Wow, that's rude. This question was like, which countries won the Second World War? And I was like, I'm not going to ask her that question. That would just be rude. Let's see. Let's find a couple good ones. And then... Ooh, this is a good one. Which European country is divided into departments?
Departments.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I feel like it's France because they would say départements. But...
No, you should just stop right there.
Okay, it's France.
It is France. Yeah, great answer.
And they would probably really say départements.
Yeah. Yeah, that's in departments, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
I had heard that before, but I didn't know that was literally because I know like we do states, Canada does territories.
We do states too.
States, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, state countries.
How many are there in Germany?
16.
16.
17 with Mallorca.
If you count the island in Spain. Oh, that's right, the 17th state. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's awesome. I still think that's so funny. I did not know that about Mallorca. Like I've heard that it's a popular like vacation spot, but I never knew that it was that popular amongst.
If you're like a German singer, like you do like German party songs?
Yeah.
You live in Mallorca or yeah. So it's like where all the weird people live. All the rich.
That's where all the super rich Germans go to live. That's crazy. One more. Oh, this is a good one. Okay, last question. What color is a giraffe's tongue?
Blue. Or like black. It's like or violet. Like purple.
It's black, yeah.
Okay.
Or like, I think sometimes like some shades that look similar to that, but it is, they have black tongues.
I know.
Nicely done. That's good. That's good trivia. All right, I'm sorry that she got most of them right. She only missed like 2. Yeah. She basically, you got like 7.5 or 8. You did really good.
Shakespeare one right.
Yeah, you didn't get the Shakespeare one right.
The hair.
Or the hair, the bird poop one, yeah.
And I got a point for Jonathan.
You did get a point for Jonathan. That's very true.
You deserve that point.
You did deserve that point. That was a great reference. I always appreciate a good pop culture reference. All right. I have some rapid fire questions I want to ask you. And these are basically just because I want to know more about you. Okay. And this is how I get to learn. So when I tell you the question, just answer as fast as you can.
Okay.
If I think it's an interesting answer, I'll probably ask you a follow-up question about it. All right. Right now, what is Henrietta's favorite brand? Like, what's your favorite brand out there right now?
Gap.
Gap.
I bought these pants. I love these pants.
Underrated, right?
I love Gap.
Gap and Old Navy, they deserve more love.
We don't have Gap in Germany. So
really? There's no Gap in Germany?
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, Mom, Dad, before I leave, I need you to send me some money. I gotta get some stuff from Gap. That's great. Gap. Wow, that's a great answer. I really like that. Okay, number 2. If you could have any superpower in the whole world, what would you want to have?
I want to be fast, like the Flash.
Super speed, yeah.
Yeah, because I think you could do anything with.
I think that's true. If you could dodge anything, you don't really have to be super strong, or you can
use your speed to like get some to lift heavy things, you know?
Yeah.
People forget that.
People do forget that. Or you
can run over water.
Yeah, exactly. You can get wherever you want to go. You could get to Mallorca and it's so fast. you could be back and forth all. Yeah.
I think speed.
Speed makes sense. I like that. Number 3, you can't say Mallorca. What is your dream vacation spot? Anywhere in the world.
I think Monaco.
Monaco? Tell me why.
Because of James Bond.
That's fair.
And the Formula 1 race.
And the Formula 1 race.
I would like to be there.
That is a super cool.
Yeah.
I can understand that answer.
It's just, I think it's just like you're in a movie, you know?
That's what I was saying about Greece. Like it looks like you. Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. Okay. Number 4. If you could be best friends with any celebrity, who would you be best friends with?
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd. Amazing.
That would be so cool.
Yeah. He seems like a super cool guy.
Yeah, not like he's humble. You know, he wouldn't be like, I'm rich, you know?
Yeah.
It would be
like
cool.
He seems like someone who would like sit in this room and do a podcast with us.
Exactly.
Yeah. I like that answer. Number 5. If you could be a professional at anything, what would you want to be a professional at?
Probably professional is like sports.
It could be sports. It could be just a skill. You know, it could be anything.
Sally would say juggling, but I say soccer.
Sally would say juggling. Soccer. I'm gonna fact check you on that. I'm gonna ask her.
She would say juggling, or yeah.
You know what? Hey, do you have your phone on you?
Yeah.
Call her. Put her on speaker.
Really?
Yeah. Let's see if she backs you up. If she answers. If she doesn't answer, it's okay. Come on, Sally.
Hello?
Hey, we're in the podcast, and there is a question for you. You have to answer it, okay?
Okay.
All right, Sally, if you could be a professional at anything, what would you want to be professional at? It could be a skill, a sport, it could be a business, it could be anything.
And they had to guess what I said?
Oh, Henrietta thinks she knows what you would have said, so I just wanted to see if she's... Yeah.
I think can I guess what Henrietta thinks I'm going to say?
Yeah.
Soccer player.
No, that's not what she said. She said something different.
Okay. Do you want another answer?
I want your answer. What would your answer be?
I don't know. That's a really hard question. I would say...
If she says that, I'm going to freak out. If she says it.
She would... I think she knows it.
What's the question? It's what would I be a professional at?
Skills. Think about skills.
Skills?
You probably are. She is already.
You're already a professional at this, apparently.
Well, okay. I know what it is then.
What is it?
A juggler.
It is!
Thank you.
That's fantastic.
Thank you. You proved
That's my answer then.
All right, amazing. Thanks, Sally. Great having you on.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Well, why when you said that, does she I know what she's thinking? What, do you talk about this a lot? What's happening?
She mentions juggling every time.
She always mentions juggling. Is she good at it? Like, is she actually good at it?
I think she's good at it.
I can't juggle to save my life. Like, if you were like Cooper, there's a trapdoor under you right now, and if you can't juggle for 2 seconds, you fall through. I'm falling through the trapdoor. Like, I cannot juggle.
Ask Sally to teach it to you.
Maybe I will.
She's really... I think I've never seen her juggle, but I believe her.
So she... Wait. Hold on. So the two people in this room are like, Sally is good at juggling. I'm pretty sure she's good. And then both of you also are saying, I've never actually seen her do it. She's just told you that she's good at it.
She did one time at Lily's house, but we weren't looking.
What?
Yeah, I think there is a video of her juggling.
I just don't...
This is a conspiracy until I see proof.
Maybe she's not.
Has she been just like fooling everyone this whole time?
Maybe. And now we...
No one's ever asked her to juggle. No one's had the equipment.
Did we just uncover a conspiracy?
Yeah.
Sally Matson doesn't actually know how to juggle?
She's got to juggle for us youth group on Wednesday.
Yeah, I think so. I think that actually needs to happen. Wow, that's incredible. Look at us. Okay, wow. That just made this entire thing like...
The thumbnail?
Yeah, It's yeah, absolutely. Maybe not that harsh, but yeah, I'll say something like that.
Should we do the thumbnail and I juggle?
Yeah. Sally doesn't even know how to juggle. Bentley has like 30 tennis balls, so I'll just bring like 3 of them to youth group on Wednesday and we'll... Okay, amazing. All right. Wow, I'm not going to get over that. Okay. Number 6. So in your 7 months at Hillsborough, who is your favorite teacher at the school?
Mr. Burke.
Mr. Burke?
That's cool. And it's my first semester with him.
So. Oh, your first semester?
Yeah. And Mrs. Powell. Miss Powell.
Miss Powell?
All the way.
She's such a popular answer.
Yeah.
I need to have her on the podcast, it sounds like.
Oh,
because...
she would so do it. She did the one Source of the Straight podcast.
Yeah.
She'll so do it, yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Cool.
Mr. Burke or Miss Powell?
Yeah. It'd be such a positive podcast with Mrs. Powell.
That's awesome. Okay. Well, I'll have to reach out. Miss Powell, if anybody sends you this, we would love to have you on the podcast. So reach out. Let's get it figured out. Number 7, who is your favorite like music artist out there right now, and do you have a favorite song?
Right now, it's probably Surfaces. And Coldplay.
Okay.
So I'm more into bands.
Yeah.
But my favorite song right now would be, I think, Crow. It's a German artist.
Okay.
And it's called Traum, but in English it's Dream.
Okay.
It's a really good song.
Nice.
And it's like actually really old, like 2015, 2016.
Oh, really?
14.
Yeah.
So it's like my youth.
It's like your jam right now, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like I'm listening to German music here.
Yeah.
I didn't do it before. So
you are at that age now where like music starts to become nostalgic. Like the music that you listened to when you were younger starts to like hit again, and you're like, oh, like I remember being at the 8th grade dance and like just like going crazy to the song, you know? Like, am I making this up, or is Coldplay like super popular in Germany?
It is, yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember if that was true or not.
I think it has a huge popularity in South America. And then Europe. Okay. Like Germany. I'm going to a concert.
Are you really? When you go back or here?
With my mom in July.
So exciting.
Back in Germany.
That'll be a really fun thing for you guys to get to do. Yeah. Wow, that's so fun. All right. Number 8, Henrietta. What is your biggest fear? What are you afraid of?
Probably spiders and snakes.
Spiders and snakes. Don't ever move to Australia.
Yeah, no. I would go to New Zealand because there are none.
Yeah.
So
that's fair.
Never Australia.
So
I'm actually happy to end up here in Illinois.
Yeah. There's not really a whole lot of either of those things here. Like they are, but they're not like a problem.
It's like similar to German spiders.
Yeah, they're like little, just little crawling around.
Still.
Yeah. Snakes. Yeah, I hear you on snakes. I don't like snakes.
Like in some, I think it was in Prague, in one city, there was a guy walking around with this big snake, and was just putting it on random people. And
Did
he put it on me, and I was screaming so
Oh,
bad.
That's crazy. No, I could not do that. Henrietta, if you could have dinner with any person, dead or alive, who would you want to get dinner with?
Oof. That's a tough question.
I know.
Dead or alive? Could be anyone. Probably... You know the Formula 1 driver, Michael Schumacher?
Mm-hmm.
You
would go with him?
He's not dead.
No, it was dead or alive, so
yeah.
That's a good one. I
but
like that.
in his prime time, you know?
Yeah.
Not
when he was like at the top of the world. And
yeah.
Yeah.
Just having dinner with him and asking him how he can
What's
be...
it like? Yeah.
That'd be cool.
How do you do all those neck exercises?
Like, they're so huge.
Their necks are huge. Have you seen like the resistance training and stuff that they have to do?
So stupid.
They look like they are in so much pain. Like normally when people work out, you know, it looks like they're like they're trying or like they're like really like giving a lot of effort. But when you see guys like doing that stuff, their faces, they look like they think that they're like a second away from dying.
Yeah.
That's what their faces look like.
It would be funny just to try like doing a workout with them, you know, and
just to try and see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have
Probably
them like
if I have the same like weight they use for their normal training, I probably break my neck.
just you like show up, you're like, hey everybody.
Yeah, I need the ER.
All right, 10th and final question. You're trapped on a desert island.
Mm-hmm.
You already have all the things you need for survival.
Okay.
What 3 things are you bringing with you?
Probably a good book.
Okay.
Just I'm not reading so much, but
You might have to get into it if you're stuck on a desert island.
Phones are useless.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe one of these books where you fill out, like, do little quizzes and do little crosswords. Because I think that would be fine. I don't know. So I don't have to get food, right?
No, you have survival stuff. Yeah, you don't need food.
Maybe some instrument, even if I don't play anything.
Yeah, I bet you could figure it out if you...
Exactly, just to have some sound, you know. I think being on a desert island alone would be pretty boring. Have some sound, even if I'm bad, nobody will hear it.
Nobody's gonna know, unless it's like one of those secretly filmed, you know, like one of those like a survival game show. So you have like 30 million people watching you try to sing like Somewhere Over the Rainbow or something.
That'd be nice.
That'd be nice. All right, that's all the questions I have for you on that. Well done, you did great.
Thank you.
We're kind of at the time, like we're kind of there. But before we go, first of all, I had so much fun having you on the podcast.
Yeah, I had so much fun.
I'm so glad you wanted to do it because I wasn't sure. I wanted to ask you, but I didn't want to make you uncomfortable. Yeah. But I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna see if she wants to do it, and I'm super pumped that you wanted to.
I was so nervous, but I had so much fun, and now I'm not nervous anymore.
Yeah.
So
maybe we'll like sneak you on one more time before you have to leave. We'll like get you back on the podcast.
Summer,
Yeah. But before we go, last thing I want to do. I do this with everyone. I want you to give a shout out to someone or something that you think deserves a shout out.
Okay, someone or something. Shout out to Sally Madsen.
Shout out to Sally Madsen
for
coming through clutch on the juggling question.
Well, maybe. And
maybe.
And
if she even knows how to juggle.
I want to get a shout out to Lily. She's giving me a ride every time. She's driving me everywhere.
Well, yeah, because you can't take the train here, so you gotta.
What am I without you?
That's great. I'm gonna give a shout out to your mom, to Mrs. Funk. We're super glad that you let us borrow your daughter for a year. We've had so much fun getting to know her. I'm going to be genuinely sad when you leave. So
I'm sad too.
I'm really glad that you got to be here and like get to know everybody. And I'm sure that you'll like, we'll have to like figure out if you're still awake during youth group one of these days, and like we'll have to like Zoom call you or something during one of those. But man, yeah, that's what we have for you guys today. Hope you all enjoyed the episode. If you're ever sitting around watching TV, you get bored, you don't want to play video games, you don't want to go outside, because let's be honest, sometimes it gets cold here and there's no reason to go outside. You get on your phone and you're like, man, what do I do now? There's only 3 letters that you have to think of. Just one word. Yep. Say it for us, Henrietta.
Yep.
Yep. That's all you got to do. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. Thank you again for being on the podcast, Henrietta. It was super fun. All right. See you, everybody.